Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today we are going to build the diorama base for the Totenköpfe and Kharkov diorama that I've been building the Panzer III for and will be building the Panzer IV for. I'm currently mocking the Panzer IV up with the second Panzer III that's sitting behind, and I'm trying to see how much of a gradient and how much of a decline there will be in the roads. I haven't done much lately except for finishing the Panzer III because I wasn't feeling too well. I had a lot of back pain, and I spent some time with the missus during the weekend, so I was busy and just didn't have much time for modeling as a whole. Then I wanted and did finish the Panzer III for the Kursk group build for Cohen C and Nigel's Kursk group build. I finished that Panzer III as well, and thus I didn't have too much time to focus on this build. But yes, I said in the beginning that I wanted to finish this in the 6 weeks, and I'm still committed to doing this, so we gotta figure out a way to get this dio base done in time. This is a wooden tray. I bought this yesterday at a hardware store nearby for roughly €6, and I'm currently debating whether or not I want to fill those crevices and build it up this way, or just flip it over and build it up this way. Not 100% sure at this point. Let us see and do it this way first, and I'll need to have this. Then I need my knife as well. I will try and see if we can make this happen. I hope you guys are good. Everything's fine with you, and you have nice weekends and are enjoying yourself. That's the only thing I do not appreciate about styrofoam or foam in general, that you get all those yay thrown down like all over the table, all those little nooks and crannies on your table. I'm not too happy about that, but then again, not a big problem, right? I got this styrofoam from Mike Cohen C a while ago. I'm pretty glad that I got it from him, because this will now make this a much easier build for this dio piece. So this is going to be the area where the house is going to be. I'm not entirely sure how much of a gradient I want to have this road to have, so we'll probably be building this up a bit in this area. I don't have anything, but you can see this is the draw out for the house, basically. I have no idea, Seb, because that way it might have a bit more sturdity, but currently I'm trying to do it this way around, so we'll see if this works as I have planned and I'm planning. Okay. I'll see some. Always want to be careful if you're using a cutter knife like I'm doing right now, not to cut your fingers off, because they are really sharp. I need to do some of this down here, because otherwise I'll just yeah, spread the pink foam all over the bench, and I don't really want to do that. So this knife is horrible, and it doesn't do what I want it to do at all. As you can see, it's rather making a mess out of this. So I'll see if I can do this differently. Once again, I'll take this Panzer III as a mock-up to see exactly how this is going to look. I'm not sure whether or not I actually want to have this increased there. This is actually a messy task to do this build up with foam, but I like it. It's something that I really enjoy doing because it allows you to have a lot of free range as to what you're doing. So yeah, I really do like it. And again, I appreciate Mike very much for sending me this foam, because it's hard for me to get foam that's that thick with that thickness. All I can get is like really thick foam, which makes it hard to modulate your dio base. But this is actually, oh fuck, no, stupid me. But I guess I can do it with this. There you go. You may have noticed that I'm leaving a bit of space on the edge because I will have balsa wood to frame it in once this is done. So I have a nice finish to the edges. Okay. And just for the story of the dio, there's a road that comes down a small hill, and the tanks are traveling down that road. And there's another road that goes down here, and there will be a couple of figures standing at this intersection right here at this crossroads and debating where to go next. But currently I need to see if this is wide enough. But right now I think this is okay, but now we need to see the incline and how high our incline is going to be. Okay, let's see. You can always use a pen or a pencil to mark, if they would do their job, to mark where you want to cut the foam before you actually cut it. I would not advise to use this kind of marker that I'm using right now, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. Just to have an idea of what exactly you're doing, right? I have no idea what I am doing, but maybe you have a better idea than of what you were doing. I just can't get white foam. Or are you talking about styrofoam? This one is a bit more, has a bit less air trapped in it, so it should be a bit less messy than styrofoam, but currently it doesn't look like it with me. But yeah, typically this is a bit less messy than normal styrofoam, but you can just as well use the normal styrofoam. I just feel like I have better control about with this stuff right here. Yeah, I just think and feel like I have better control over this. Okay, that's good. This now gives us an indication of where this is actually going to go height-wise. And I'm going to glue this down with some white glue, the one piece of foam onto the other piece of foam, and we can then still sculpt it with our hobby knife. I'm actually thinking about using some heat and heated metal to get this in form even better, but we'll see about that in a second. Try and press down on the foam here with your white glue. So let me see. Is this okay if we do it like this? Maybe, yeah, I think so. So from this area, I need to have it like down gradually from there. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, here's what I'm thinking right now. Since this is the highest point, I want it to be like coming down gradually on a slope over here, and at the same time still have the road come down gradually from up here on a small decline. I don't want it to be like massively high, because the higher I go, the more unrealistic it looks, because we have to keep in mind that this is not a long kind of road. If we let's measure this, and then I can tell you how long this is actually. This is 22 centimeters times 35. So this is about 7 meters. Yeah, roughly 7 meters long, this area. So this is exactly the length of one of the Panzer IIIs, or a Panzer IV, if not, the Panzer IV is even longer. So we cannot have like a, I don't know, 20% decline there. So I would rather have it be like a 5% decline or a 6% decline. So we gotta keep in mind that we need to keep it realistic. That's why I went with a smaller decline there. Yes, we can use this. Okay, let's cut this right there. Add this there. Yep, there you go. That's how I mostly do it, just like try and recycle some of the parts. Not all of them are recyclable, but some of them are, so we can then use this piece that we just cut off there to add to this, and then later on we can cut it into shape and bend it into shape a bit better. The house that is going on this dio piece I haven't yet built, so we will talk about the house at a later point. This is all about groundwork right now. So the thing is, this road is probably going to be rather flat, right? The one that is going off at the intersection here. So I will not be doing much with this. It's just going to be the decline from here to here, and then we'll probably be at road level at the end, and then just have a smallish road. You won't see much of this road anyways. And this road, I'm currently not entirely sure whether or not I want this road to actually be at the same level as the house, or at a lower level, and have the house sit up top, just to make it a bit more pop out and be more pronounced for visibility and dio purposes. I know that on the picture the house is at the same level as the road, so we'll see about that soon. But right now, I need to figure out, okay, do I really want this? But this might be a bit too steep, because let's see, how many centimeters is this? This is exactly 3.5 centimeters times 3590. That's about a meter. Okay. So a meter on 11 meters, that's a 10% decline. That's okay. Maybe I need to lower it down a bit. And then again, we will have our road surface made with FIMO at a later point as well. So I am happy with having a 10% decline at that point. And flattening out at the end. Let's move this out of the way. And let's glue this down. Because I have now made the decision, I will go with this side of the... oh wait, that's a fault. Like, always try to make some incisions here, because that way the glue will stick better to your piece of foam and to the wood. Always try to make some smaller incisions. That helps the glue to actually grip. And you can also make similar incisions into the wood, and I will do this in just a second. Because you don't want to have a smooth surface, so. And then we need something heavy to put pressure on our, and we need this just to make sure that we get a smooth edge here. Okay, there we go. Right. I'll be right back. I need to get a weight. Yeah. I will not sit on it, Seb. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. There we go. That should be sufficient. So, there is model building, kind of. Nordis, kind of. We're building a dio base tonight. Today. Tonight. Look, like it's 3 o'clock and I'm talking about tonight. Awesome. I gotta tell you, I was a bit surprised when I put the models on this and saw the mock-up for the base, because I was like, this is too small, and the Panzer IV will never fit on this, and it's going to be rather tight on there, and I was a bit unhappy with the measurements, because I thought that both of them would be on there rather easily, but yeah, we'll have to do. It's a 36 by 20 by 26, I think, or 37 by 26. It just fits the IKEA display shelf, which I needed it to do, but that's about all I can say about this, because I wanted it to be a bit smaller, actually, at the beginning, and then I bought this, and now I'm happy that I bought the bigger one instead of the 34 by 24 one, because the 34 by 24 one would in no way, shape, or form have been able to hold both the Panzer III and the Panzer IV, and this will just make it possible for both of them to be on here, but like just. Oh, okay, yeah, those are big. I think Mike Cohen C built the 1/35th scale helicopter, and he built a big ass house to have it land on. think that Black Hawk that he built was 35th scale. Might have been 48th though. I'm not entirely sure. So, where are you at right now, Seb? Where in the world are you? You're in France again? Doing nothing? I saw the picture earlier today of you sitting there with your feet out in the air and not doing anything. Alright, now we're watching glue dry. But let me try and see if this still works. If this is wide enough to house a Panzer III. Yes, this is wide enough, so that's already important. That's good. And then let's get our storage Panzer III and put it right here. So you might see my dilemma already. Those are two Panzer IIIs, right? So if the one at the back is a Panzer IV, this is going to be crammed. There's not a lot of space on this diobase. At least that's my thought. And they are close. There's not much space in between them. So I'm not 100% right now if this is where we're going with this, but yeah. It is going to be like, it's going to be tight. Let's put it this way. And of course we gotta keep in mind that we have the people standing right there. This is only one figure. I have this figure set that I reviewed yesterday and I didn't upload. See, I need to upload this later on today. As well. I'm just gonna go on this and yeah. Yeah, like I said, I was lucky enough to have it sent to me from Canada, and I'm very grateful for this, and I'm very happy that I have this because this allows me to build this and form the landscape. So, explain that to me. I don't get this. You have foam, but it's in Finland. Okay. Makes sense. How come your foam is in Finland? Ah, okay, but right now your semester is over and it's big summer break or Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's tough luck. But once you're back home, I guess you'll be able to access this. 0.5. Jesus. 0.5. That's okay. So you'll be good to go at some point, right? It's not like the foam is gone forever or anything. Okay. Let's put these Panzer IIIs back over here. No, you're not. Nope, everything's fine. I like conversation. That way I don't have to run music again and risk more copyright claims. Yeah, I got a couple of copyright claims after I played some music on the last stream. And I don't like copyright claims. I need one of those hot wire cutters for the foam though. That would be so sweet because that would allow me to really cut the edges like really well. To the point that I'm actually thinking of heating the blade of this knife and trying it with a heated blade. Or just cutting it slowly. Like so. Yeah, if I cut it slowly, I think it works. Need to lengthen the blade a bit. It's starting to get there, right? We're trying to like decrease the gradient here, just to make it look realistic. At the same time, we still need to keep in mind that we will have a 12 by 6, yeah, a 12 by 6 house on there. So the 6 centimeter width is not the issue. The 12 centimeter length will, however, be the issue. Although I'm currently actually thinking of making it 7 by 12. We'll see about whether or not this fits on there in the end. This blade is freaking sharp, Seb. If I cut myself with this, I think I'll lose a finger. See? There we go. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Yes, I'm gonna scratch belt the house. I'm a bit wary of it. I'm not the biggest and best wood scratch builder in the world, but Chalky and Mike have done a lot of scratch building on their channels, so it's CW Modeler and Cohen C. So I'll see if I can source any kind of input from their videos that will help me make this a better thing. Maybe I can actually already glue this down as well here, because why not? That's just waste of time, I think. So let's take this, sign in the 0.5 centimeter gap that we need for our balsa wood. Yeah, that's smart, Hendrik. Very smart. Put the glue cap. Do it then. Nothing that keeps you from doing it. Just do it. Take your time. Pick a picture. Pick a subject. Maybe you even have a kit in your stash that you want to use for it, and then just get cracking. And then just get cracking. That's 0.5, all right. What did you... Like, I have an Tolerary Pans of 1, and Tamiya Pans of 2 for it. That's awesome. Just go for it, then. Good. Huh? Oh, come on. What's this? Oh no, I don't think you can link a picture in the chat on a live stream. Don't know about that. Don't think you can. All right, now we're watching glue dry. I always wanted to say that on one of my videos. Welcome to the channel where you can watch glue dry. Is this heavy enough? Yeah, that's heavy enough. So I can put this there, just so we have some weight on there. It's heavy enough, I guess. Welcome to the channel where you can watch the glue dry. No, can't do this right now. Alright, the hard part is going to be building up the foam back here for the gradual decline, because I will be in a position where I have to be careful to not overdo the decline. And it's always good to have one of these, right? To see what the angle will be, and what grade of decline this is. The 10%, like 10 degrees decline. This is more like a 20 degrees decline, but I'm happy with 20 degrees. Let's see, where would that leave me? Where would the decline end? If I go with 20. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, 20 degrees it is. There you go. 20 degrees it is. Always remember, stay hydrated. Especially under the conditions I'm working in right now because it's very, very humid outside. There was a big thunderstorm earlier today after like 5 days of 30 degrees dry air. There was a big thunderstorm and now it's 28, humid, and I'm sweaty as fuck. And before I lose too much fluids, I'll stay hydrated. Some people think, oh, you don't need to hydrate. I think you can buy them rather cheap. So, I don't know if you need to. Awesome, awesome. Good weather while camping. That's what you want, right? Let's see if this still fits here. If I can like blow it. No, what's the problem here? Come on, chop. What the hell? Yeah, I can make this work. Awesome. Ah, okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. So basically the composition of this diorama is you'll be standing, let me move this back a bit. You'll be standing right here as the viewer, and you can see and look at the diorama from this angle. That's why the figures are in front, because they are the smallest subject, and you always want to have the smallest subject in the front, because if they are behind the tanks you can see them. And you have the two tanks, and the dio will kind of like move up this hill and move up in these directions, right? To me from the front. So that way you can also see the tank that is sitting behind the tank in the front because it's a bit elevated. Same goes for the house that is behind the tank because it's elevated. That way you can see all the detail around it. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do something with this little road here, if I'm going to put something on there. But, right, we're still in the composition phase. I can still decide if I want to put something there. But the overall composition is basically front to back, lower level to high level. That's basically what this is going to be. And no, I'm not going to put this on this dio piece. This is just there for weight considerations, to put down the foam on the base and for the glue to dry. I don't think I want to put a Kubel wagon there, to be honest. I have a Kubel wagon sitting around, but I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I'll have a couple of more infantrymen there, but no vehicle. The figures are going right here, like at the intersection, not down the road. It's basically the tank's sitting here, the tank's sitting here. The figures are basically in the middle of the two tanks, deciding where to go next, if they should like move down there or if they should just continue down that road. That's basically what the figures are going to do. And I might just put a road sign right here on this little like hill thingy, like this raised area, saying like Kharkov that way, Moscow that way. I don't know, or if I'm gonna put like Moscow on there, but yeah, that's something that I've thought about, because there will be like telegraph poles along the decline on both sides probably. And yeah, like wooden telegraph poles like they had in Russia with a line along them, not like the fancy ones that you see in Western Europe during that time period. Alright, glue is starting to set, so once the glue is dry, we can continue to cut our edge here. And decrease the gradient. does make it more realistic. And helping with that feeling that our diorama starts to increase, we want to have the steepest incline here and the least steep incline down here. So always want to work front to back right now. Okay, that might be a bit. And keep in mind this is nature, so try not to be as like oh no, I may have cut off more than I wanted here, but let's see, we can always add a little something. It's always easier to add than to. All right, that's turning out the way I wanted. Yes, that's good. Let's see if I can still fit my house on though. 7. Yeah. By 12. Okay, yes, awesome. Now that's the going to be the edge. Can't remove much more here. Yeah, that's good. Have a little link. Okay. Have a nice one. See you soon. It's getting electrified. Let's see. Like this. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, might need to lower this as well, but then again, always keep in mind we are still going to add some Fimo, like air drying clay, to the surface of the wood here. So yeah, this is still not done at all. But yes, that's basically the steepness that I wanted to achieve here. And we'll be adding some more foam back here because, like I said, we are coming down this hill. And thus I need to add some more back here. But I'll do this once this is dry and once I can see actually, and once I can build up the decline right here. If I can build up the decline up to this level, I can see how much I need to add here and what gradient I want this to come down. Come down it. Okay, let's see if this is still. Yeah, it's okay. That's good. Fine. Awesome. Okay, there's a car alarm going outside. Also, wood is very expensive, so you want to really be sure where to put it and how much to put it before you put it down and then have to cut off half of it, because that would be a shame. But yes, we are watching glue dry right now, and before I'll bore you to death by watching me, by watching glue dry, I'll cut this video short after 40 minutes. I'll come back once the glue is dry, and I'll see you guys in just a bit.